Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing something new. We are doing a reading journal review. I got sent this reading journal from Clever Fox. They are a company that does all sorts of journals and notebooks, and when they reached out to me asking if I would like to try one of the reading journals, I was a definite yes, so I was very excited to receive this. And today I'm just going to go through it and show you all of the spreads that they have and everything that you might need for your upcoming 2025 reading journal needs. And maybe you can make Clever Fox one of your choices. This is not a paid ad, this is me just reviewing this, so the review and thoughts and everything are my own. But if you do decide at the end of this video that you would like a Clever Fox reading journal of your own, you can use the promo code STEMS10 to get a little bit of a discount, but that is linked in my description below. But anyway, here we go. Starting off, here is the rose gold version. They have an array of colors and options for their reading journal, and it is not dated, so you can use this for any year. And the size is A5. If you're familiar with the journals that I use in my writing wrap-ups, I use a B5, which is slightly larger. So this is kind of just your standard size of notebook, and this is just a faux leather rose gold color. And then as you can see, it's not too thick, but it has plenty of entries that you can do and whatnot. But one thing I noticed right off the bat was just a little instruction manual for your reading journal. It just gives you a little bit of an overview on how to use each of the types of spreads that they have and whatnot, and then what a review page looks like and how to use that. But I thought this was a really great addition to the journal right off the bat. But first up, we do have numbered pages for your index, and this just helps you keep track of all of the books that you read and review. And so this is just a lot of manual entry, but they give you a lot of room for a lot of books. If you are someone who reads probably less than 100 books a year, this journal will be great for you, because then you can keep track of every book that you read. But moving on to the next spread, we have the reading log. And again, if you're someone who reads under 10 books per month, then this is a spread that would work great for you, because then you can get just a full overview of all the books that you read each month throughout the year. And then next up, we have the daily reading tracker. I actually think this might be my favorite spread in this journal, because you can keep track of how many days that you read, and then at the end of the year you can kind of see just like a full overview of how much reading you do throughout the year. And this actually has 2 full years in here, so you can use this for 2 consecutive years just to see how much reading you actually do on a daily basis. And then of course we have everyone's must-need spread, which is the TBR, and this is, let me see, this is 2 full pages that you can use towards writing out your TBRs and the books that you want to read, either throughout the year or in the years to come. And then here we have the reading list, and this is just keeping track top level of the books you read, and it has the book, the date you started, and then the date you finished. Again, I think, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 35 lines here, so 70 books. Again, this is mostly a journal for those who read under 100 books. I'm not one of those people, but that doesn't mean that I can't benefit from a journal like this, where everything is kind of already set up for me. I have yet to decide what kind of journal I want to use for 2025. It's a lot of work making your journal completely from scratch. So I might want to utilize a journal like this where everything is made from me right off the bat, just to, you know, like save myself some time and some sanity. But after we have the reading list spread, we go right into the review portion, and you get 2 full pages per book. You kind of get the book overview, such as title, author, page count, genre, and that type of thing. And then you get plenty of room for your notes, favorite quotes, thoughts, and stuff like that. And so this is where I thought I would get out a couple of pens and kind of see how the notebook and the paper hold up. We'll start with just a Papermate felt tip pen. And let's see, what recent book did I read? I read Air by Sabaa Tahir, so I'll just kind of start with that. And let's see, I started that on the 25th and finished on the 30th of September. I think it was a little over 500 pages. And it was fiction. Oh, so I already messed that up. So date started, date finished, and then the year published, so 2024. But let's flip back and see. So felt tips like this, totally perfect to use in this. There's no bleed through or anything like that. And it just felt really good on the paper. I also have some Tombow, so we can, here you have like a little wheel that helps you track how you felt about the setting, the enjoyment, the writing, the characters, the plot, and the readability of the book, as well as your overall rating. My overall rating was 5 stars, so just get those filled in. And I know I'm doing a horrible job of that. Please don't judge me too harshly. And then enjoyment, I thoroughly enjoyed the book, hence the 5 stars. So we can just color in that whole pizza pie right there. The writing was great, so let's just assume that this whole thing gets colored in, but I'll do a couple more just so we can kind of look and see if anything bleeds through. All right, so this was the Tombow and looks good to me. So yeah, I think Tombow markers will also work well in this. Probably any even like Crayola super tip markers, anything like that, are good for filling in these sections as well. Now if you use Sharpies, I have a feeling this might bleed through just based on using Sharpies on this type of notebook before, but we'll just say love, love, love. All right. Yep, so as you can see, totally bled through. So I would advise not using Sharpies in this notebook, but if you use felt tip pens, probably mild liner pens, Tombow brush pens, I think you will be good to go. But every page is numbered, and we have about 125 pages total. So I'm guessing you have over 100 pages for book reviews in particular. But one thing I did discover as well, once you open the notebook, you have 3 ribbons or bookmark ribbons, which is great. So you can make sure you tab the most frequently used spreads that you use. You have a folder back here for holding things, and then it does come with some fun stickers that you can use. And then the thing I think I might actually like most about this notebook is the location of the pen holder. The pen holder is actually located at the top of the notebook, which I think is brilliant because I always put my pens all the way to the top, and then usually you have it dangle, but here it fits perfectly, and then you have the elastic strap. So that is your Clever Fox reading journal review. I think it's a great journal, great bang for your buck based on their pricing. And again, they have so many other journals. They have journals for teachers, they have journals for students, for people who travel, recipe journals and stuff like that, and just plain notebooks as well. So yeah, I would definitely highly recommend this. Again, this is not a paid ad, and if you do want a journal of your own, you can use my code, which is linked in the description below. But thank you again to Clever Fox for sending me this journal. I hope any of you who use it, let me know if you do, or if you've used reading journals from Clever Fox in the past and what you thought about them. But I will be reviewing some other book journals that I've also received in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. But again, thanks to Clever Fox, and thank you to all of you for joining me today. In the meantime, or until next time, happy reading, everyone.